Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. This brother Shemaiah first. I'll give honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Gadash, the honors to the elders apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to all my fellow Akim Aquat out there that follow Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai with truth and sincerity. I like to say shalom. Shalak, give me 1 second. All right, Shalakia. I have to use the restroom real quick. I meant to turn off my mic, so Shalaki about that. If you hear any noises in the background, but shalom to all those that are tuning in. The bonds to the elders, apostles, great millstone, and the elect that scatter abroad. It's your brother Shemaiah, and I pray that this video be edifying to the elect and to those that are tuning in. So, title of this video is gonna be called "Chaos is Coming." Okay, chaos is coming. I want to make sure my video is functioning. There ain't no technical issues and stuff like that. Let me see. Is functioning. All right, we good. Say Dwadi Alba Shimi outside. Hey, yeah, man. Chaos is coming. Okay, chaos is coming in a huge, vast way. It's been on my spirit that I be watching clips of post-apocalyptic movies and zombie movies and stuff like that. Video games that I grew up playing, like Left 4 Dead, Last of Us, and stuff like that. And the reason why the spirit, I always been watching that, but the reason why I'm now so how can I say my attention is on that type of topic, that genre, because it's about to happen in reality. Okay, real life zombie apocalypse, world life, end of the world type scenarios is about to occur, and it's going to far exceed that any horror movie, any post-apocalyptic movie, any form of film or picture that shows these people versions or imaginations of the end of the world. Because the worst time ever is Jacob's trouble. Okay, I'm gonna grab some scriptures real quick. This is Jeremiah 30:7. Also, I want to grab some videos. All right, y'all. It's a good. It's gonna be a good lesson because I'm gonna share my screen real quick. And also, that too. I was watching videos on these tariffs and how they're affecting the markets. And there's a lot of now what's today, May 3rd, and now a lot of markets are being affected by these tariffs, man. Okay, and it says about a month from here, we about to enter the summer. Okay, spring is almost over. We're about to enter summer, and you got to think, man. When there's no food, when there's no water, Shalakia. I want to make sure my video is good. That was by accident. Okay, and it's about a month from here. I'm about to enter the summer. Okay, spring is almost over. About to enter the summer. And you got to think, man. When there's no food, when there's no water, Shalakia. Yeah, that was by accident. Fucking Esau, man. But I just wanted to check the video. But that's how I was saying. When there's no food, when there's no water, and it's hot, people are sweating hot, boiling hot. Hey, man, it's gonna be bad, man. And people don't think they can't. They're not functionable when it's hot. When the heat is at an all-time high. So there's no food, there's no water, the heat, everything. You got blackouts in Puerto Rico. You got blackouts in Spain and Portugal. All right. Hey, this summer could be the perfect time for Jacob's trouble, because while it's getting hot, while everybody's getting comfortable, everybody getting warmed up for the summer, judgment just is gonna happen just like that. All right, judgment just can happen just like that, man. So I'm gonna share something real quick. I don't know which video to grab, but I'm gonna grab this one. I see this Ephraimite woman. Here it is. Israel. She might be Edomite or Ephraimite, Northern Kingdom, but no, she's a Northern Kingdom. There's only Ephraim like to eat fucking Takis and Cheetos all fucking day. But here it is, Jake.
Wait.
Hold on, let me play. So you see, our people just want to get the fast food shit, not food that can actually last them. She got Cheetos, man. A whole fucking a truck filled with Cheetos. I want you to go through the comments real quick.
Wait.
Flaming Hot said, wait. She's the person in the math question for school.
Wait.
See, people are preparing, man. Okay, because they know that something big is about to occur.
Wait.
They know that that something big about to happen. And this is an Ephraimite woman, all right, Northern Kingdom. I thought she was the Edomite at first, but this is a Ephraimite woman, man. Because growing up, you know, when I went to high school with these Northern Kingdom kids, that's all they ate with Cheetos and Takis, man. Flaming hot, man. And Jake is simple-minded. They'll rather to stack up Doritos, Cheetos, Mountain Dew, and not stack up actual food that's actually valuable and that actually helps them to survive. Cases of water, all right, rice, stuff like that can last for a while, man. But see, the famine is going to kill a lot of you Northern Kingdom and you Southern Kingdom, all you people, period, man, because y'all are against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. I'm going to grab this one real quick. Actually, I want to go to tariffs, stores. I got to sign in. But also, I got to, I logged in, but not in this tab, so I'm going to come out of this. But I saw this video of this Edomite, this small hat, saying that America is done, and he's right.
American empire is over. We're done. The American empire is over. We're done. We peaked about 12, 15 years ago, and we are on a down. And it's very hard for the American people, which I understand. I am one. It's hard to get your head around that. We've had a century of on the way up, which is a lot more fun than on the way down. But it does happen to every empire. We're only the latest. Look at the British, how far they've fallen. We're in that process. So the problem with the trickle down is, yeah, there might be more jobs, but they're going to be created in China. They're going to be created in Brazil. They're going to be created in India. They're not created here. We have the greatest level of corporate debt this country has ever seen, off the chart. The greatest level of personal debt, and we have the greatest level of government debt. Our government debt is now trillions of dollars greater than our annual output. That was not the case in the 20th century. It is the case now. What you're seeing is desperation politics. The whole Trump phenomena ought to say to you, wait a minute, these jerky moves that are out of whack, right? In recent days, we have seen the decision of the Trump administration to kiss the war in Ukraine goodbye. We're not doing that no more because we can't afford it. We can't keep funding a war, which, by the way, the West is losing, as anybody who pays attention knows. All of these things are signs of what? Of a country that is in trouble and is it turning on its friends because it can to save itself. We're going to take over, we're going to get your energy for nothing. We're going to, make you build the wall, you in Mexico. Look what the genius in a way of Mr. Trump is that without understanding it, because clearly he doesn't, he feels in his own way, the way lots of people do, that there's something that necessitates going way beyond what has been done because our need as a society is beginning. America is beginning to show up. Look, let me give you a simple example. The best electric vehicles in the world right now, but by uniform global agreement, are produced by something called the BYD Corporation, which probably most folks have never heard of, which is Chinese. BYD, the initials, BYD. They make the best quality, cheapest electric car and truck. All right. You don't see them anywhere in the United States. Why not? Because Mr. Trump put a 27% tariff on them, and Mr. Biden raised it to 100%. So let me give you an example. If you wanted to buy a $30,000 BYD electric vehicle, which you could do, that's what they charge. That's why it's so good. You would have to pay $30,000 to get the Chinese to ship it here. Then you'd have to give another $30,000, 100% tariff to Uncle Sam, or in this case, Uncle Don, in the way of a tariff. So it would cost you $60,000, which you're not going to do because you can get a less good Tesla or GM or Ford or anybody else at 40 to 50,000, which is less than you'd have to pay. But here's the problem.
I was gonna say, because right now this sounds like a good plan to a lot of people. Trump has said, "I'm going to do this not just to China, although he's going to double existing tariffs to China, obviously,
Right.
but Mexico, Canada, everybody. If we intensify the tariffs, the scenario you just painted will happen, and people will be forced to buy U.S. stuff,
Right.
which then it creates U.S. jobs, which again stimulates the economy."
All right, let me be the economist. Okay, that's good for the Tesla company, which I'm sure is purely coincidental, and GM and Ford and the others. Good. And they'll maybe be able to hold on to some jobs. Good. But now let's follow the bouncing ball. That's my job as an economist.
Yeah.
Everywhere else in the world, every company in Asia, Africa, Latin America that competes with an American company that has to buy a truck as part of its business will go to China and buy the best truck at the lowest price, $30,000, the best truck. No American company that competes with them will do that. And you know what that means? Those companies will be able to charge a lower price because they have better inputs than the American company, which doesn't. In the long run, that will lose Americans' jobs left and right as they're outcompeted by all the rest of the world that can go and buy and is buying BYD trucks. If you go to Europe right now and you go on the auto routes all over Europe, you'll see BYD cars and trucks. America is shooting itself in the foot. It may be great politics for Mr. Trump. I'm helping the auto companies and the workers. He'll go to Michigan and give us, yeah, but what you're doing is diminishing the capability of the United States to hold on at a time when its footprint in the world is shrinking. If you take the United States together with the other G7 countries, that used to be the dominant bloc of the world, right? The United States, let's just enumerate them so everybody knows. Canada, Japan, Germany, France, Italy, and Britain, okay? The G7, oh, I'm going to add up all the GDP, gross domestic product, total output of goods and services of all of those 7 countries, U.S. and its major allies. And now I'm going to compare it to the gross added up GDPs of China and its allies, known now as the BRICS. Okay, you add up the United States, about 28% of world output. You add up China and the BRICS, it's 35% of the world output. We aren't the wealthiest bloc in the world. We're number 2. And that's new. And that changes everything. Every country in Asia, Africa, Latin America, trying to figure out who to go to borrow money from, who to go to cut a deal with, who to go to sell your exports, who to go to invest in your railroads. You know where they used to go? Washington, London, Paris, of course. Now they go there.
But they go to India and Brazil.
That's right. They go to Sao Paulo, New Delhi, Beijing, and they ask, can you give us a better deal? And here's the news I got to give you. They get the better deals. And they go that way. And that's not going to stop. And you can rattle your sabers all over the. You put the 7th Fleet in the South China Sea. Isn't going to change that. You've got to come to terms with that, but we are led by people who don't want to do that because nobody wants to be the politician who has to explain to the people it's over. The American empire.
It's over, man.
Which,
It's over. Babylon is done. Let me grab that scripture real quick. He was breaking it down. Damn, hey man, Babylon is done. America is through. Lucky. Shit. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Tab. There we go. All right. This is Jeremiah 51. We'll start 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not caught off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render her recompense. Right. This is the time of the Lord's vengeance, man. The Lord is about to bring vengeance upon Babylon the Great. Okay. And he in this guy, all right, with the glasses, he's right, man. All these countries are improving. Their cars are cheaper. Their trucks are cheaper. Their resources and minerals and things that they need in their everyday life, groceries, clothes, food, everything is in a higher, better quality with a low price, and their economy is improving. Okay, these nations are improving without Babylon the Great, without America. And he said America was that big, huge footprint on the world, man. Okay, America was the bully on the block that every nation need to learn, that every nation need money from. Okay, and not just America, but other Edomite nations that were powerful as well. France, Great Britain, Germany. Yeah, these other countries, they don't need Edomites. They don't need the Washington D.C. to get money. They don't need these Edomites, man. And he said that America is shooting itself in the foot. Okay. All right, like imagine a person shoot themselves in the foot. What's going to happen to that wound if it doesn't get treated? It's gonna swell. It's gonna lose a lot of blood. It's gonna lose a lot of life. It's gonna get infected, and that infection gets worse and worse, and then that person dies, man. All right, if a wound is not treated right, and that's what happens. Babylon has a wound that cannot be healed, man. So let me read this real quick. 7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that had made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunk out of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Right? These other nations hate Babylon the Great. They are mad. They hate Babylon because of the cup. What's in the cup? What is in Babylon's Kool-Aid, man? The Babylonian juice. LGBTQ, our feminism, our evolution, okay? Christianity, Islam, okay? Having that image of having blonde hair and blue eyes is the superiority of man. That's all gone, man. Okay? Hey, man, it's 2025, man. If you see a person of color dye their hair blonde, you see a nigga dye their hair blonde, you see a fucking gorilla, all right, black woman, she got her fucking weave that's blonde. She's through, man. They're through. Because that's leprosy. But that image of white superiority, supremacy, okay? NBA, NFL, all right? Cookouts, all of that. That's all the Babylonian juice, man. A man can walk down the street wearing a skirt. A man can walk down the street wearing heels. A woman wearing pants. That's the Babylonian juice, man. Everything that we thought was normal in the society is part of the Babylonian juice. Threesomes, orgies, okay? Sodomy, all that nasty shit that people doing here in Babylon is that cup has spread throughout the world, man. And the nations are mad because you also got people in the other parts of the world that's also part of that rainbow gang, a Batsy boy. They like to commit sodomy and horrible things, man. You got women in other countries that are rebelling against their men and joining that feminism bullshit, man. Okay? So these nations are mad what Babylon has brought throughout the world. 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. However, take balm for her pain, if so, she may be healed. Right? Babylon is fallen. And he said to himself, man, Babylon shot America is done. It's over. It's over. The game, we at the end of the movie, man. All right. Better than this than beginning. Better than this end of a thing. The beginning. Okay. These Edomites that came over here in 1492. All right, they wiped out half the Northern Kingdom. Okay, and then 1619. All right, they went to the north. They went to up here North America. They built Jamestown. They found Virginia and these Edomites started migrating to the eastern coast of north and east coast of North America. Then you have the 13 colonies, and all of them 13 colonies ruled by Britain. Okay, and them 13 colonies had enough of Britain's tyrannical rulership. So guess what? The Revolutionary War, George Washington, all them dudes. And then 13 colonies won. America won that Revolutionary War, and it was an independent country. And then Manifest Destiny. These Edomites and these nations, well, especially these Edomites at the time, they grew, they populated, and then they hit west to the western coast of what's today of America, while simultaneously killing off Gad and Reuben, finding states of Washington, California, Dakota, South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, okay, Utah, New Mexico, stuff like that, man. While at that time, Jake was in captivity. All right, the Northern Kingdom was getting hung. The Southern Kingdom was getting hung like Christmas tree presents, man. Christmas tree decorations. Gad and Reuben was getting greatly slaughtered, man. Especially Gad. Reuben, we won that Seminole War, but even though we call ourselves the Unconquered, we still lost in the way. Esau's still over us, man. But Gad was wiped out to the point that it was nearly extinct. That their artifacts, remains of their civilization, the way how they live, was wiped out. Now the North American Indians are now living on reservations. In shitty reservations with dirty water and bad food. Then time skipped. Now we're here in today. Okay, we went through the Civil Rights Movement. We went through the Emancipation Proclamation that so-called ended slavery, which didn't end slavery. It just transferred. Then now World War I, World War II. Now civil rights. Now we're here today, man. Great. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for putting us in modern day, man. Because the Lord brought us. If we was born in 1703 or 1619, man, we'd be fucked, man. We'd be born in 1828 on a plantation. Oh my God. But the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai for putting us through all that so we can come back to him. So 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen, destroyed. How for her? Take palm for her pain, if so she may be healed. So right, Babylon is fallen. All right, the wounds that Jake been feeling for a very long time now is hitting Babylon. Let me make sure brothers are watching. Shalom a lot. Shalom a lot. All right. So hey, man. 400 plus years. 500 plus years, man. 535 plus years, man. If you actually type that up, 1619. Actually 1492. 92 plus 535. Actually 33. Yep, we've been here for 535 plus years. Now it's 2025. We in 2025 now. We've been here for 533 years, man. 500 years, 500 plus years here in Babylon, in this hellhole, this shithole. But hey, let me grab that, man. Better. Actually, I'm gonna finish this off and then grab it. Okay. But hey, Babylon is falling, man, and it cannot be healed. He said we got government debt, we got these other nations that need their money back. Our student debt. People need student loans, never paying them back. Okay. Mortgages, taxes, all that. Hey, 144. This place can never be healed, man. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go, everyone, to his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and lifted up even to the skies. Right. America's judgment have reached unto heaven. You killed Gad. You killed Reuben. You nearly wiped out Issachar, Naphtali, Asher. We all came to them Central South American lands. And then once you conquered the Americas and the Caribbean, you brought over the Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and you hung them on trees like they were Christmas decorations. You brought scientific racism, biological racism, philosophical racism, all types of things that will destroy the minds of our people to the point that they got Stockholm syndrome. They can't go a day without white supremacy, European supremacy. They grew up their whole lives looking up to an image of a white Jesus. Okay. Fucking picture of Jared Leto. that's what Caesar Borgia looked like. Jared Leto with that long ass hair, man. See? It's Edomite. Okay? This nigga. That long hair, man. This is what Caesar Borgia looked like, man. Okay? But you see, that image has destroyed civilizations throughout the world. This image of Jesus. Okay, this image right here has destroyed the whole fucking world, man. And that image, that pose, that finger pose, go back to Satan. See, this destroyed the whole world. Every church on every block of America has that image. So, hey, Babylon is destroyed, man. It's going to be destroyed. And we're prophesying. While we simultaneously prophesying this place to come down, it's actually coming down, man. These people can't handle these tariffs, man. And it says, for a judgment reaches unto heaven. Not only that you destroyed the Israelites, but you destroy all life on earth. Oil spills, animals extinction, deforestation. Okay? Dropping bombs on islands and destroying aquatic life, man. Blaspheming the Heavenly Father and His Son and His people about iconoclasm. And your pride have deceived you, man. Yep. Why do y'all about to be on shy? There it is. Obadiah 1 and 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high. Okay. This is the Edomites. That's who's ruling the kingdom today. If you want to know who's ruling the kingdom, look on the face of the dollar. Who's the face of the world's used to be, but you know, the dominant world currency. All right, the American dollar, Edomite, and that American dollar is going down right through the toilet, man. The American dollar is toilet paper compared to what these nations are bringing. Okay. Esau is ruling this kingdom, man. The so-called white man, woman and child is ruling this kingdom, and their kingdom is going down the drain. So the pride of thy heart have deceived thee. Okay, the pride. Esau, the nation of Edom are very prideful people, man. And their pride have deceived them. Thou that dwelleth in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down? And that's what they think. They think that America will never come to an end. It says that they think that their houses shall reign forever. And guess what? Your kingdom is not going to reign forever. Okay, your kingdom is falling right before your eyes. Think about this, man. Think at the look at the Edomite. Look at the Edomite perspective. Imagine yourself as an Edomite. Picture yourself as an Edomite. Every nation on the planet hates you. your women, the Edomite woman, your female counterpart likes Jake. Okay, your power is crumbling. Your government is crumbling. Your job is being taken away from you. Okay, you can't feed your kids. You can't feed the everyday life that you once had. That your white privilege gives you is falling. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this real quick. I'm gonna grab that was, I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm gonna grab this. Terrorist impact. I'll just be watching a lot of videos.
MAGA is about to understand tariffs for the first time. Experts say we're about to experience pandemic-like scarcity that could last for years. Average price hikes costing $5,200 a year and hundreds of thousands of jobs lost. But MAGA keeps falling for Trump's lies about the economy and changing their narratives about what the tariffs are all about. During the campaign, Trump said tariffs are a tax on other countries that won't affect the U.S.
It's not going to be a cost to you. It's going to be a cost to another country. It's a tax that doesn't affect our country. They're going to have to pay us.
That's probably why 46% of Republicans still believe tariffs will help the economy in the short term. But now Trump has admitted costs will rise and that they'll hurt the economy.
Maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30, and maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally.
So some Trump supporters changed their narrative again, saying, oh yeah, the tariffs will cause short-term pain, but it's for long-term gain. If that's true, when will we see the benefits from these tariffs? When will manufacturing come back to the U.S. so we can all work in factories again? Experts say it could take up to 10 years. That's because it takes time to move manufacturing. We don't have the infrastructure. But even if manufacturing is moved to the US, products will still cost more. Trump's next lie that MAGA keeps repeating, he said that because of the income from the tariffs, there will be no income tax on people making less than $200,000. But that's not up to him, and that's not in any budget bills proposed by Congress. Plus, the tariffs wouldn't even bring in enough money to do what Trump's proposing. He's playing MAGA. He's effectively raising taxes on all Americans to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy, stringing them along with empty promises. The good news, some Trump voters are already waking up as his economic approval rating drops to 37%. Turns out owning the libs will get your cell phone too. MAGA's about
now y'all waking up, huh? But when the election was happening, y'all was on Team Trump. Not saying, like I always say this, not saying Kamala was a better ruler, you know. Plus she's an Edomite, and plus she's a woman, but that's another topic for another time. But all these politics are basically puppets, man. Trump is just a mask for the elites. He's just doing what the elites tell him to do. Okay, these higher up elites.
$100. Let's say we're about to.
Hey, this is the man that y'all voted for, man. Stick with thy enchantments. I'm gonna grab that scripture. Scripture is popping in my head right now. Stick with thy enchantments. Now the enchantments are biting your ass, man. KJV. Now the person that you was you voted in. Okay. Not enhancements, enhance. There we go. There we go. The person that you voted in is now biting your ass, man. This is Isaiah 47:12. Stand with thy enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If be so, thou shalt be able to profit. If so, thy mayest prevail. I'm gonna grab this in the GNT. Stick with the person that you voted in for, man. You Edomites wanted Trump in. This is what y'all get. Y'all want to say, make America great again? This is y'all greatness. Y'all greatness is falling right through your hands, man. So the Wadi Hawabah Shimmy outside. I'm gonna grab this in the GNT. Right. Keep your magic spells and charms. You have used them since you were young. It says perhaps they will be some fucking ads, man. Perhaps they'll be some help to you. Perhaps you can frighten your enemies, right? So stick with your enchantments, man. Because all these higher up elites and politics, celebrities, they're just big, huge witches and witchcraft and warlocks. witches and warlocks, sorcerers and Wiccans, man. They use their dark forces to manipulate people, man. They keep the light on them. They keep the shine of fame on them. But now everything is falling. Stick with thy enchantments. Stick with thy enchantments, you Edomites, man. Ain't you 2/3 that voted Donald Trump in, man? Okay, because the Bible does talk about voting. Thou should not vote a stranger. JJV. Lucky, I type too fast. But this is Deuteronomy 17:15. It says, "Thou shalt anywise set him king over thee, whom the Lord shall choose thee. One from thy brethren," it says, "one from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee." Right? Because when it comes to rulership as a nation of people, as Israelites, a king should be over you from your nation. Okay? Or as Israelites, if we wanted to set up a rulership, a monarch, that monarch has to come from our nation, from the tribes. That's why we had King David, King Solomon, or King Saul, all these kings from the southern and northern kingdom. They were Israelites. We shouldn't. The scriptures tell us not to have a king from another nation. Okay, because these nations are against us. It says, "Whom the Lord thy God Yahweh shall choose, one from among thy brethren." It says, "Thou shalt set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother." Right? Don't set a heathen over you, man. And that's what Jake want. They want heathens over them. All right. These Edomites from George Washington to Bill Clinton to George Bush. Jake was wilding out, crying for Barack Obama because they assumed that black president was going to help him. But he wasn't an Israelite. He was a Hamite. He's just a light-skinned Hamite with a Decepticon wife, a Transformer wife. Okay, Michael Obama. And that interview with Michelle and Dwayne Wade, which he's a fucking dumbass. He's a sodomite. Okay, he's a Patsy boy. All right, Michelle Obama claimed that she's a man. She said, "As a black man." Wait a minute, as a black man, you a woman. But the curtain's open now. She's a man. Okay, Mitchell Obama. All right. But yeah, man, don't set a heathen over you. And guess what? These people did. Okay, that's why the Lord's going to destroy this place, man. Shalakia, that's the laundry in the back.
No!
I don't regret voting for Trump.
Donald Trump's tariffs means almost everything that is imported into the United States is expected to become more expensive, including stuff Americans really love, like beer and Macca's, because Ronald McDonald uses Aussie beef.
No!
You're upset about it?
No! Wait, are you actually being serious? It affects the political, economic state of the world right now. No, please. Oh, no, my gosh. I need to call my mom. Wait, I'm so serious. Oh, my gosh. Bro.
Okay, maybe those boys weren't that worried about it, but think about it. Every business that sells goods imported from overseas, they're going to probably have to jack up their prices. That florist, it sells flowers from Colombia and Ecuador. Those dry cleaners there use chemicals from overseas. That kebab shop, that lamb is from Australia and New Zealand. The estimate is American families will likely have to spend as much as $4,000 US more a year. I'm out here in Sun Valley, Los Angeles. I just met a bloke called Nick. He voted for Donald Trump. He tells me that he's now worried for his children's welfare.
Things are tough already as it is with inflation and cost of living, but an extra $4,000 just out of the blue for not really anything material, just gonna be very tough. I don't regret voting for Trump, but I hope he's, not gonna be so tough with this.
See, the Northern Kingdom, which he could be a terror, but hey, man, these people's pride, they're not gonna accept that. They're not gonna accept that their pride is crumbling.
You got to be. I guess it's starting, y'all. All the shelves are emptied, and this is where all the vegetables and the fruit and everything is. I see. You got to be. I guess it's starting, y'all. All the shelves are empty. And this is where all the vegetables and the fruit.
Empty shelves. How's the video? All right, I'll play this on now. Yo, hey man, we in some beautiful times. Oh, this is the one I saw on TikTok.
Man, it's happening. It's happening.
On my phone.
Empty shelves. Look at that. Yeah. Right here at Walmart. I ain't trying to scare nobody, but I'm just saying. You do what y'all gotta do. Empty, man. Ooh.
One person said, I work at Walmart and they took everything out of it that happens. Wow.
Man,
We turned into a third world country in real time. Yep. It's gonna be way worse than a third world country. Hey man, yo, we in some crazy. It says everyone write
Guys, there
down
really are going to be
empty shelves in May.
goods we cannot get within the next couple of weeks, and it's only going to get worse over the coming months. Here's the deal. The last ships from China are, guys, there really are going to be empty shelves and goods we cannot get within the next couple of weeks, and it's only going to get worse over the coming months. Here's the deal. The last ships from China are, guys, there really are going.
And that's another thing too. These people, some of these people just want to do panic buying for clout, man. That's not fucking funny. People really like thinking like their lives are on the line. But guess what? You Edomites, you people, all you people got y'all want to receive your judgment, man. There's actually some people that's actually buying for supplies and stuff. But you also got people that's panic buying for clout, man. Lord gonna get y'all, man. Go through some.
Shortages are coming. The CEO of huge corporations such as Walmart, Target, Home Depot has had to sit down with the principal to talk about the devastation that it will leave this country. But not only that, they are warning that, and mind you, Walmart is one of the largest employers in our country, in America. And they are warning that the shelves will become empty. What they're saying is that they privately was warning Trump that this trade war and this market slump that we are experiencing with his tariffs and his trade policy could disrupt the supply chain and raise prices, which would also cause shelves to be empty. However, there is such a bigger picture to this. This will cause a hit on America by $2 trillion, and it will affect the U.S. economy. Now, what happens is empty shelves will lead to no sales, okay? With no sales will cause massive layoffs. With the massive layoffs will become no unemployment rate will spike, and then we will begin to see the recession. That is what is getting ready to take place. If these tariffs continue, shelves will be empty. Prepare your families. If you guys have not been preparing for the last 3 years, since the C in the number, we've been telling you guys that this was coming. Amazon has already spiked their prices on about 1,000 products across their site already. So it is already hitting and affecting your major retailers. Now, with this, it's not just going to affect those who don't have much. It's going to affect everyone. Now, the MGM Las Vegas is also being affected heavily. It is being said that they have been quietly begin layoffs to employees. Now, the business is slumping because of the tariffs and the trade war. Las Vegas lives on tourism. I don't know if you've ever been, but that is what Vegas is about. It's about the tourism. However, this again is resulting in judgment. The greed and the god of this world is money. Corporate greed has been out of control. Not only that, AT&T and Verizon is to pass tariffs on their customers, and they're being forced to pay more money because of the tariffs. This is going to hit every sector of our lives and every single person. Reason why the major companies, your major corporate companies are concerned is because the effects that it will have on their business. Once those tariffs go higher and goes into effect, it's going to cause for mass layoffs. I mean, nothing in shelves, meaning people are not going to be buying, which means a lot of companies will have to close their doors. This is not a small thing. Prepare your family for the empty shelves because it's coming. Number one, because the Bible has prophesied that it will be a famine. There are at least three major things that has already hit the headlines this past week that is confirming Bible prophecy. We are upon a lot of what we see in the book of Revelation, and famine is going to be one thing that hit this country. We must pray and trust God in this season. This is not a scare tactic.
Someone playing warning. We do not believe in God. We believe in Yahweh by Hashem outside. So those that are watching the video now later on, do not let this beast fool you with the name of so-called God and Jesus Christ. That's for the world. We got a backup, and that is, and also for those that are new to the truth, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. All right. We only call God, his name is Yahweh, and the son name is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Those are going to be the names that you're going to need in these times to come. Not God or Jesus. Those are false names, false gods, and false idols, man. Okay, if it's 2025, you got people that are still calling on God. So do not let this woman deceive you, saying, now she makes some good points, but Jake don't got the knowledge, man. Okay, only a small remnant does, but take in the meat, spit out the bones. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is what we see, what is happening, what is to come. They've already are saying that a lot of the trucks, they're seeing less and less trucks in LA at the ports. We have been on a 30 days of prayer. The Lord instructed me last month to go on a 30 days of prayer. We are ending it on the 29th of April. And the reason why God spoke to me the 30 days of prayer, he showed me that there were major things that was going to take place in the month of April, and they have happened.
All right, I guess that'll be it. But you get the point. You get the point. If you ever want to watch the video, it's on TikTok. You could check up yourself, Twin BLT. But yeah, man. Okay. I'm gonna grab some scriptures. It's Isaiah 13. It's Isaiah 13. I'm gonna start at 8. I'm gonna start at 6. What scripture did I just check? Give me 1 second. Yep, we'll start at 6. This is Isaiah 13:6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as the destruction from the Almighty. So right, the Lord is bringing destruction that the world have never seen before. Empty shelves, empty Walmarts, Targets, grocery stores. That's just the start. We're about to see people drop left and right, man. Dying in mass numbers, man. Getting judged in mass numbers. Okay? Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth, but shall be amazed at one another. Their faces shall be as flames, right? People are going to be terrified, bro. People are going to be motherfucking terrified when they see the wrath of the Lord. And the Wadi Yahweh Shimi Awashai, we're here. We're in these times, man. We're in these times, these beautiful times. It's scary to the people in the world, but it's beautiful to us. Why is that? Because we've been prophesizing this word for a very long time, man. Starting with the elders apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, because I'm gonna give my credits due, man. Okay, because they've been out there for 40 plus years. Okay, we're working on other men's works. So the Wadi Al Bashim Yahushua, now we're in 2025 and we're seeing these things happening that the scriptures have been saying for thousands of years, that men have preached from the day they came into the truth to the day that they died, man. Okay. Now people are gonna be using the Bible for their own interpretation, but they don't got the right interpretation. They don't got the right understanding, the right breakdown, the right scripture, the right understanding, because the Holy Spirit is not dealing with them. And you people that's calling on God and Jesus, man, you're gonna be calling on God and Jesus 1,000 times in Jacob's trouble, and none of those idols are gonna answer you. Yahweh, Allah, Buddha, all them idols ain't gonna answer. The only God that's gonna answer, the only power that's gonna answer, the true living power is Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, and he's gonna answer to his elect and those that believe in him. It says, therefore shall all hands be faint, every man's heart shall melt. Okay. Every man's heart shall melt, man. I'm going to skip down to 9. Behold, it says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. A cruel, fierce wrath of destruction is coming. Okay. You also seeing the fires, what's happening in Jerusalem. All right, the Lord is doing a what's it called? What's that word I'm looking for? He's doing a extermination. Okay, what's it called? Pest. Because them Amalekites, they are pests, man, and Ishmaelites and heathens. Okay. Yes, he's doing a pest extermination. He's cleaning out all those filthy rats and cockroaches in our land. Okay. That's in the land of Jerusalem. With that fire, man. That fire that you see on TikTok, that you see on the news of Israel. Hey, you know what's crazy? People are rejoicing. Even I felt good, man, seeing them flames hitting Israel, man. Go on TikTok. There's thousands of people is praising their gods and idols for the fires that's hitting that place, man. Then again, it's like, if you people are the chosen people, why are y'all fleeing your lands? If y'all the chosen people, why are y'all leaving your lands if you're the chosen people of God? That shows you that they're not the chosen people of God. I saw a fucking video. Them niggas brought out a catapult. A catapult. You know how old a catapult is? That's medieval weapons, man. Okay. And they're going to use that fire to play victim so they can get more money. Them Amalekites they slick, man. Okay. But guess what? The Lord's bringing destruction upon you small hats, man. For what you've done upon his people and throughout the world. Starting with his creation, man. With the animals and his people, man. Okay. It's fire in Jerusalem. And like I said, that fire that you see on TikTok, that's small compared with the true fire that the Lord's going to send. ICBM missiles. The Lord's going to definitely he's cleansing the land now, but when them ICBM missiles hit, that's going to be the ultimate cleaning agent. It's going to be the ultimate windshield wiper, man. He's going to wipe out you heathens out that fucking land. And those that survive will be put in captivity. It says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. He shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven, consolation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened is going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. I will punish the world for their evil, and their wicked for their iniquity. I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughty of the terrible. And he's doing that. You walk into a grocery store, they don't got your favorite cookies, they don't got your favorite chips, your cereal, your waters. No soaps to wash your ass, no deodorant. It's gonna be a crazy fucking summer, man. You walk into a Walmart, they don't got no deodorant, no soaps, toothpaste, toothbrushes. Okay, dental hygiene products. You got women on their cycle. Oh my God, can you imagine all them pads going? And you got women on their cycle, they don't got enough to clean up they self after they during their cycle, man. Oh my God. Yo, it's gonna be a crazy summer, man. And I thought that Jacob Trouble will start in the winter. But no, this might be it, man. Lord's will, if it happens in the summer 8th, Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'll punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I'll cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Right. And these Trump voters, these Trump supporters, they can't admit that they voted in the wrong guy. The person that they voted in for is now is ruining their life. Prices are going up, inflation is going up, food is going up. Their clothes, their favorite shirt, their favorite pants they wanted to buy is going up. The prices, everything that they want is going up, man. And they can't do nothing but just accept that because y'all voted in the guy. Y'all voted. Let me grab that scripture real quick. Pity a snake. Snake. Yep. Who will pity a snake? A snake charmer, man. Nobody's pitying you Edomites for voting in Trump. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or such as cometh nigh with wild beasts? Cometh nigh wild beasts, right? Okay, we don't know what a snake charmer is. This is what a Shalakia. Snake charmer. It's the guy with the whistle, right? All right, and he plays this little hypnotizing fucking Zotar. Y'all know what y'all know what Zotar is. I recommend to watch that movie Big with Tom Hanks. But yeah, man. Certain people that's a snake charmer that play with snakes, and ooh, look, that's a spirit. Snake bites a woman, man. Or this might be a man. I don't know. That might be a dude. But Elam has this thing where they play with this little instrument to hypnotize the snake. And sometimes if the person goes off a wrong note, that snake will be unhypnotized and will bite the snake charmer. So what's the meaning of that? We don't have pity on don't have a pity on somebody that's putting themselves in danger, man. Leave the snake alone. Okay. If you see somebody that's let's just say, if you see somebody doing backflips off the cliff, okay, and you tell them, hey, don't do another backflip or you might fall. And you're like, whatever, man. And they do another backflip on the cliff. They fall and they drop 500 feet down. Their body explode. Hey, what else can you do? You told them. And that serpent that you people trusting in is biting in your ass, man. That's Trump. That's a spirit. The serpent is biting its own tail, man. Okay. The serpent is biting its own tail, so nobody's having pity upon you Edomites, man. So chaos is coming. Mass chaos is coming. I'm gonna grab second that just real quick. This second Esdras 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay. Then the old girl was right. Famine. She said famine was prophesied in the Bible. When people think of the end of the world when people think of the end of the world, combining with the Bible, they think of Revelation. And the Bible is more than just, the book of Revelation. You got Psalms, you got Proverbs, you got second Esdras, first Esdras, the Maccabees. Okay, all these scriptures prophesy of the end of days, man. And one of the biggest scriptures that prophesy is the second Esdras 15. And she's right, famine is coming. People are going to lose. She said it. The tariffs are bigger than you think, man. People are going to lose their jobs. They're going to lose their food. They're going to lose their way of life, their income. And it's coming to a time where people are going to commit cannibalism. Also, I want to show y'all something real quick. This is trend on TikTok. I would eat. I would eat. Yeah, it's called I would eat. ... And so basically, the trend. I will eat A dog. The trend is basically recording a dog or a person's reaction by saying, "Man, I would eat a baby right now," and you see a reaction of a baby, be like, "What?" I forgot what's called. I would eat a dog, or I'm so hungry. There we go. I'm so hungry. I could eat a ... And these animals, they understand us, man. Let me play this real.
Hi, Canela. How are you? Canela, I'm so hungry, I could eat a dog.
It's all fun and jokes, man, but that's actually serious, man. What you saying is about to come to life.
Bro, I'm so hungry, I could eat a damn dog. Bro, I'm so hungry, I could eat a damn dog.
And these dogs understand people, man. Dogs are spiritual, man. Now they saying I could eat a baby. Okay. I'm so hungry, I could eat a baby. I'm so hungry, I could eat a child. And most of the times when they record these children, these kids, they reaction be like, "What the fuck? Hell no." A baby will stop crying in mid crying and be like, "No."
I'm so hungry, I could eat a baby. Melanie, I'm so hungry, I could eat a kid right now.
No. You're gonna let bleed.
Who's gonna bleed? You gonna bleed.
See, that's some evil shit, man. I would never say some shit to my kid like that. And most of these, let me say this: most of the people that do this trend are women, and most of the people that do that trend, "I will eat a dog," are men. So you can have women eating their kids and men eating their dogs, man.
I'm so hungry, I could eat a baby.
Okay, these kids, man, kids are very spiritual. They understand what you're saying, what you about to say. They understand, man. My brother brought this out that when a baby is born, they speak Hebrew, and that's another thing too, man. Jake, man, we produce beautiful kids, man, adorable kids, man.
I'm so hungry, I could eat a baby.
See, these kids understand.
I'm so hungry, I could eat a baby.
But you see, man, hey, Jake is wicked, man. Jake is fucking wicked.
Sad morning.
I'm gonna say this.
Very sad morning. When this committee.
Save that video real quick. But hey, shelves are being empty and chaos is about to come, man. So let me grab this real quick. I'm gonna read this again. Okay. Behold, it's the second Exodus 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord, I'll bring plagues upon the world, the sword, all right, famine, death, and destruction. The Lord is bringing death and destruction that we have never seen before, man. People gonna be dropping like flies. People that you went to high school with, middle school with, people that you go to work, people that you go to work with are about to do some things that you never thought of doing, that you never thought they would do, that they never thought they would do themselves. Like, yo, you about to see people doing dramatic and how can I say drastic, demonic things, man. That trend may be funny, but that shit is real, man. Okay. Be careful what you say, because it might come to existence. You know, they got this thing called, speaking into existence. That's true. Then the Lord said, "Let there be light," and light appeared. Okay. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. It's Proverbs 18:21. The hell? What the hell he on? This is Proverbs 18:21. Shalaki. Death and life are the power of the tongue. They that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Right. So if you speak death, you're going to receive death. If you speak life, you're going to receive life. So people that saying, "I'm going to eat my children, I'm so hungry, I can eat my dog," and the dog looking at you like, "What the hell?" All right. All right. When people be, parents be saying, I'm so hungry, I can eat my child, and the baby or the kid be looking at you like, what the hell? But that's truth in that, man. When there's no food, when there's no water, people gonna be eating their own kid, their own dog, man. The Lord's putting these spirits on these people. It may seem like a trend, but the Lord's putting these spirits on these people to adapt, and how can I say, to get used to cannibalism. Okay, these people going to eat their own loved ones, man. Dogs that they grew up with, kids that they gave birth to, that they grew up with, man. This is some evil ass shit that's about to come. I'm gonna grab this real quick. Actually, I'm gonna grab this in the GNT. Isaiah 24 GNT. This is Isaiah 24:1. The Lord is going to devastate the earth and leave it desolate. He will twist the earth's surface and scatter its people. Everyone will meet the same fate. The priests, the people, slaves, masters, buyers and sellers, lenders and borrowers, rich and poor. The earth will lie and shatter and ruin. The earth has spoken and it will be done. The earth drinks it up and wither. The whole earth grows weak, both sky and decay. The people who had defiled the earth by breaking Yahweh's laws and by violating the covenant that he had made to last forever. So Yahweh pronounced a curse on the earth. His people are paying for what they have done. Fewer and fewer people, fewer and fewer remain alive, and that's what's coming. Okay, a mass death, a mass huge catastrophic event is coming where people are going to drop like flies, man. Okay. Only a few is going to survive, and that few is the elect. Let me make sure my video is good. Give me 1 second. All right. But yeah, man. Okay, people, everybody's going to feel this hell to come. The only people that's going to make it out of here is the elect. We're praying that we're part of the elect. Okay. The earth dries up and withers. The whole earth, the whole world grows weak. The whole world is growing weak, man. People are getting weak. People are hey, man, the day that we are born, we're dying every second. We're close to death. All right. Animals are dying. Trees are dying. Everything is losing life, man. The people have defiled the earth. Actually, I want to find something real quick. Life losing color. Let me see something. And that's right. The earth is losing its color, is losing its vibration. And that's true. Because growing up, it was a higher vibration. When you grew up in the early 2000s and stuff like that, trees were blossoming, okay? Vegetation had more, everything had color. Now when you're growing up in this society and Esau continued to rule, life is dying. Life is losing its vibration. The scenery of everything is dying, is gray. Okay, because the earth is getting weaker by age, man. Let me grab another one. And let me say this: people are using filters, but this is actually how we saw the world growing up. Everything had color back then. Everything had life back then. Vibrancy, a high vibration. Yeah, man, growing up, everything. Shalakia, I was not expecting that to be loud. Yeah, Shalakia, like I said, these people are using filters, but that's how life was back then. Everything had color. Animals were blossoming, trees were blossoming, but the way how Esau's ruling, life is dying. That's why we need Yahweh Shah to return. So I'm gonna go down to 6. So Yahweh says, Yahweh All right, Bahashim Abashai pronounced a curse on the earth. His people are praying for what they have done, are paying for what they have done. Right? You destroyed his people, and you 2/3, you have destroyed us as well, man. Because the 2/3 are heathens as well. Brother made a good point that the Lord looks at these people, all these people are Edomites. Okay. He looked at the 2/3 as Edomites, as heathens. So the brother Shapar, he made a good point. He had a great point on that. I'm not trying to, be a man pleaser. I'm not saying that because I had to ask him what he meant by that on that video. But the Lord sees the Lord sees everyone outside of this truth as Edomites, as heathens, and they're going to die as a heathen. They're going to pay for what they have done to the earth that they're standing on. Okay, it said the grapevine withers and wine is becoming scarce. Everyone who was once happy is now sad, and the joyful music of their harps and drums have ceased. There is no more happy singing over wine. No one enjoys his taste anymore. In the city, everything is in chaos. People lock themselves in their houses for safety. People shout in the streets because there's no more wine. Happiness is gone forever. It had been banished by the land. Okay, it says the cities is in ruin. Its gates have been broken down. And right, the Lord has taken the mirth out of this place. The Lord has taken the mirth out of Babylon the Great, man. And we're seeing it. Okay. Movies suck. Video games suck. Comic books are not good like they used to be. Okay. Well, movies, I just watch Sinners and I might go and see that movie Thunderbolts, but the movies today doesn't have, a lot of movies don't have a major impact like they did growing up, man. We had every year, only a few movies are good, but the majority of them are trash. Let me grab this real quick. And why is that? Because the mirth is gone. All right, the daughter music has ceased. Damn, I was going to check out the scripture. But you might be thinking, actually, I'm going to grab it, Isaiah 65. You might be thinking, what about the elect? Okay, the elect is going to be fed, man. The elect is going to be taken care of, man. The Lord loves his elect. Ooh, let me grab this. But you multitude, you billions of people, y'all gonna die in vain, man. Y'all were born in vain. Y'all gonna die in vain. Y'all gonna die and just being nothing. 2 Ezra 9:22. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain. Let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor I've made it perfect. The Lord is going to keep the elect, but the majority of you billions of people, you family members, your friends, people that you went to high school with, people that you went to college with, people that's at your job. All right, brothers that had ex-wives and stuff like that, y'all gonna perish, man. I think there's another scripture on that. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. A drop. Let me see. Wave. KJV. Yep. This is 2 Ezra 9:16. I'm gonna grab the full chapter. Sorry, 13. Actually, I'm gonna start at 11. It says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know after death by pain. And that's right, you Jakes, you're gonna know death by pain, man. A painful, excruciating, agonizing, unimaginable pain and judgment from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, because you have broken his law, statutes, and commandments. And you were born for nothing, so you were just born to die. Damn. Hey, the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for taking us out the world, putting us in this truth. We're praying that we're the elect, that the elect that have been chosen, that be saved, man. So it's 13. Therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. Right, the righteous are the elect, man. The world was made for the elect. You heathens, man. All y'all just pawns, man. Y'all just gonna be the working class. Servants for the elect. That was your purpose. Y'all wasn't made to rule, to rise, to build mighty civilizations. No, you heathens are made to be slaves to the elect. To Israelites, period, but starting with the elect. So this is 14. Then I answered and said, I have said before and do speak, and will speak also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a water greater, it says, like as a wave greater than a drop. Okay. Say, hey, man, there's gonna be more people that's gonna die than those that be saved. So billions of people that we see everywhere, that we see walking up down the street. Old friends, old co-workers, relatives, all these people are going to die. And there's nothing we can do. We tell them the truth. They didn't want to take it. So guess what? Fuck them. They can go fuck themselves, man. I'm going to grab another scripture. But the elect is going to take care of them, man. The elect are going to eat. The elect is going to take care of. The elect is going to have clothes, jewelry. Okay. This is Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh, thus saith the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Right? When the famine comes, the elect, the servants of the Lord, are going to eat. And we're not going to eat out of the cans. We're not going to eat out of fucking trash. We're not going to eat out scraps off the street. No, we're going to eat out of good, delicious food that the Lord is going to reserve for us, man. I always use this analogy. You may be walking into an abandoned home. You come across the kitchen. The kitchen is decked out with delicious food, man, cooked, made by the angels. Okay, I believe it was Elisha or Elijah that was fed by birds, man. Okay, you may be going across Jacob's trouble. You see a mango tree, you know what I'm saying, or the Lord might you may walking down the street in Jacob's trouble. You see a big huge jug of water, man, clean water, drinkable water. I mean, like untouched water. Drinkable water, I mean. It probably cold, filled with, just good minerals and pH levels probably high. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think you gotta have hope, man. Think of a positive outcome when shit hits the fan. And I'm speaking that to myself, man. Not everything's gonna be doom and gloom that we're going through right now. We're about to receive greater things that we can't even imagine. But you people out here, y'all gonna starve to death. Y'all gonna eat each other. Y'all gonna rob the Walmarts. These young niggas, they gonna put that Pooh Shiesty mask, grab them Glocks, them AR-15, them shotguns, and they gonna rob their own people, man. They gonna rob themselves, man. These young niggas got gangs and groups, and they gonna fight each other for food and water, man. And while they kill each other, their body's gonna lay out dead. And you can just walk by and just grab all the resources that they have, man. That's how the Lord be working, man. You gonna have groups of people killing each other over a can of peas or a case of water. They all killed each other for a case of water. You walk by, you a like person, and you see that case of water, they haven't been touched, and you picked it up like, oh shit, this might be for me. Hey man, the Lord's gonna work. The Lord's gonna do marvelous miracles, man. And I believe that. I deeply believe that. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay. When it says my servant shall drink, we're not going to drink out the rivers. We're not going to be drinking out dirty water out the river. Okay. Undrinkable, dirty bacteria water. You people going to be fighting each other over fucking water. That shit going to be gone in a minute. My servant shall drink, man. You may walk across a mansion that used to be owned by an Edomite, and he has a whole winery. Each bottle is $1 million bottle of wine, and it's for you. You gotta remember, the older the wine gets, the better it tastes. And these Edomites, man, they living, man. They got these big ass wineries, exotic bottles of wine from Italy and France or Germany, Spain. And it's going to be for you. They think it's going to be for them. No, it's going to be for you, elect man or elect woman or child. Well, the elect man, starting with the elect man. But you people, y'all going to be thirsty, man. How long does a body, let me see something. How long can the body go without water? About 3 days. The human body can generally survive for about 3 days without water. However, this can depend on factors like individual's health, age, activity level, and the surrounding environment. And extreme heat survivors can be survival. Oh my God! So you people gonna be dying in a few hours, man, without water. We come into the summer, man. It says consequence of dehydrations, headache, dizziness, muscle cramps, fatigue, weakness, dry mouth and throat, rapid pulse and breathing, confusion and disorientation, organ failure and death. 3 days without water, man. Your lung, your organs starting to shut down without water. Oh my God, man. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be way bad, man. All right, so you people are going to be starving to death. The elect are going to eat. They're going to drink that good water. The Lord's going to give us that good water, man. That good Fiji water. We're not going to drink actual, bottles of Fiji water, but it's going to be way better than what they got in the stores, man. Clean spring water, man. This is, behold, my servants shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. Right. It's right. We rather go through the hell now than suffer later. Because it's better to go through the hell now and laugh later, man. Cry now and laugh later. Instead of laughing now and then crying later, because that's the majority of people. The majority of people are enjoying having a good time, but they're going to be crying. They're going to be sighing. They're going to be going through hell later on. And the tables are going to turn. I'm not saying that Jacob's trouble is going to be a walk in the park, but hey, the Lord's going to be with us, man. Lord's will. It says, behold, my servant shall sing of joy. Sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Right. People that look down upon you, that scoffed, mocked at you, laughed at you, teased you. All these people that come against you, you're gonna see them and they're gonna receive their judgment, man. It's gonna be a long, excruciating, unimaginable pain that they have to go through. But the elect, they're gonna be blessed, man. The elect, man, the elect is very important, man. Okay. So hey, chaos is coming, man. People are going to lose their minds. People are going to lose their humanity, man. So with that, first, I'm gonna give honors to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakadash. The honors to the eldest apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to my fellow Aki out there that follow Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.